Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel, Econ Bulldog, Econ Bullies out there. Yo, I got a special guest for you guys today, and that is we got Victor, the trade line Juarez. All right, a little backstory. He's still a mentee of mine, and he just recently got some good news. I want him to unleash the good news. I don't want to be a spoiler alert for what he's going to share with you guys real quick. And it's going to be a Q&A, pretty much how long has he been with us, how long has he been tapping in, the story of how he tapped in and then tapped out, and then a few other things real quick. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the software that I got launching, and we're going to talk about SKOOL. All right. So, Victor, without further ado, appreciate you. Thank you for coming on the Econ Bulldog Show. Econ Bulldog Show, like damn, it's like So Victor, before we go on to everything, can you just let us know a little bit about yourself? Like your upbringing, what city, were you in gangs, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. What'd you do for work? Who's your favorite football team? Just a little bit so people that are watching can know a little bit about you. And then towards the end, we'll talk about Victor, the investor, the business owner, stuff like that. So share with us real quick, Victor, a little backstory about you, and thank you for being on, first of all.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So first of all, I'm 27 years old. Um, I graduated from out of Lingua High. That's actually in LA. My backstory is basically growing up in a Latino household, not knowing about credit. So, um, with the about since 18 to 26 years old, I was honestly blind, right? At 18, my mom first told me, "Hey, get a Curaçao card." And I think that's all the Latino households, right? Get a Curaçao credit card. Um, so my mentality was like, oh, I need to get a store credit card, right, to build my credit, not knowing that that's gonna affect me, right? So what happens is, um, during that time period, I didn't know anything about credit until now, right? I invested myself this 6 months that I've been deeply in this credit game. It's been a game changer. So so what that being said is, like, um my wife, she had an invisible credit line, which means zeros on all three credit bureaus. So I added her to two trade lines, and now she's at 720.
Wow,
Also, with that being said is,
what credit cards does she have roughly?
so I added her to Discover, a Chase Rice card, and Navy Federal for end rewards. The reason why I had to get her the end rewards was because she's new to credit. So me adding her to the secured card, now she's able to get a high credit card from Navy Federal.
Okay, nice, brother. Okay, so a little backstory. Okay, you grew up in Linwood. What jobs did you have?
Could you repeat that, please?
I'm sorry, what jobs did you have?
Oh yeah. So all my life I've been having warehouse jobs.
Okay, cool.
So just recently I just want to share the news. Um I was working for Blue Plane Fasteners. It was a 9 to 5, no overtime, only 40 hours a week. I was just telling Santiago this story that I shared, which is I used to get to work 15 minutes before, right? Because you never know. What if you live far? Sometimes there's traffic, something that always happens. So I used to go to work 15 minutes before. So I would clock in 5 minutes before, and then they got on my ass because I was clocking in 5 minutes before, and that's overtime, right? You when you would have the 9 to 5 and you're eager to make more money, you already know how to play the system. So I knew how to play the system and clock in 5 minutes. So they caught on to it, and because they didn't give out overtime. So they got on me and they told me, hey, you need to stop coming in at 5 minutes before. You had to clock in at 8 minutes or 8 p.m. or after. So they didn't care that you would get there late. All they matter was not for you to get overtime, 5 minutes. So in reality, five times five, that's like almost like 30 minutes of overtime per week,
Damn.
right? In a sense.
Yeah.
or around there, 25, 25. But I would play the system and they knew that I was doing it. So they would get on me and that made me not love that job, right? Because I would always go with an eager of being hungry, trying to be positive, and they made me not love it, right? Because in order for you to love a job, you need to love it,
Got it. Got it.
right?
Yeah. So what's the most you probably made in one day there? Roughly. One day.
Damn, that's a good question.
So roughly your hourly, and then you can average that. I know with taxes and everything, but roughly a day, you probably what, like 150 take home? Maybe?
144,
Okay.
144.
Okay, cool. 144. Now, right, you're 27, you got two kids, right? 144 a day. I mean, some people 144 a day is good, right? Some people.
For some people, right? If you're single, don't get me wrong. If you're single, it's cool. But it comes down. I had to maintain my wife. I had to maintain my 4-year-old, right? At the time when I had applied for this job, he was roughly like 2.5, 3.5. So he was still using diapers. So, comes down to like, diapers were at one point at like around $30. Now they're 45, $50
Yeah.
plus the wipes. So, just imagine how much money I had to manage, right? And kids at the time they used to one packet of wipes and the diapers will go by the whole week. So I'm managing. One week I would have to buy it the next week again. So, I would have to like manage my money, but I was living paycheck to paycheck. And just having that mentality like, oh, I have to manage my money. Now I'm thankful that I don't have to look at my bank account.
Oh,
Now
that's
I'm thankful that if I go to a fancy restaurant, um, but now what I do is I don't pay with debit. I pay with on credit.
okay. Okay, nice. Okay. So one of the questions is real quick. What made you tap in with Latino Solutions? How was that story? Because some people are like, oh, because people on the internet sometimes like I paid you to say something or something. What was your story on how'd you see me? Was it YouTube, IG, and how did you tap in or why'd you tap in? Right?
Yeah, so good question. That's a good question. So the reason why I tapped in was because it was like I think it was a weekend and I was just scrolling on Instagram and I just seen a sponsored and I saw that was Latino Solutions and at first I was like, man, should I even hit them up? Because I was hesitant, right? Um,
what
and
was
to be
the
honest with you,
ad? I'm just curious. Was it an ad? So it was a
yeah, it was one of those ads that you had your Econ Bulldog t-shirt polo and you were promoting credit repair. And
okay.
I'm like, man, should I even hit them up? But then like, I was like, you know what? Screw it, let's do it because I need to fix my credit. And my wife was next to me, right? I didn't have to ask her for permission because I knew if I needed to get out of the rat hole, I'd had to fix my credit,
Yeah.
right? But what made me actually do it was because I don't have my own property. That's what made me like think like, hey, I need to fix my property. I mean, to get myself a property.
Okay, okay. So
And
that's what did it. And
yeah, that's what did it.
you get a property, you need good credit.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, cool. And then what made you so you invested in the credit and what else happened after that? Like you invested in the credit and then, how did you get like consume with the education? Was it the Zoom calls, the lives? What was it?
So every time you would actually go on live, I would take notes. That's one of the things that I always did, right? Um, every time you share some key components was like, man, I need to take it down, right? What actually woke me up was me applying myself to the credit meetup. So that made me realize that I need to wake up, right? Because to be honest with you guys, I actually came with Santiago last year, right? But I had the ignorance, I had the broken mindset where, I thought that cash was power, whatever's right.
Right.
But in reality, credit is power. So now I have the different mindset where I know my due date, I know my reporting date, I know my statement date, right? It's very important because if you don't know those three key factors, your credit score is gonna go drop down, right? Instead of you paying it on your due date and then use it the next day, your points are gonna drop. So you're not gonna see a good reflection. So that's something that I learned the hard way, right? Because I had milestone, I had destiny, I had credit one, I had two capital ones. Um, don't get me wrong, th those are 5 credit cards, right? But the highest limit was only like 500. Now I have limits of 1,000 a month and up, right? Because I know what to put on a credit application.
Okay, so you started consuming the sauce, and what did you see? Like, why did you join the mentorship? Like, what made you want to like, hey, you know what? There's something maybe that I'm missing, because mentorship, like I said, is something I just don't promote that much. But what made you want to do that?
Man, that's another good question right there. So to be honest with you, I just wanted out, and you gave me light. So that light, the way you talk, the way you are, and to be honest with you, you're a genuine person. Like, you already met my kid, you already met my wife, and not before even that, right? I already knew you wanted the best for me,
Nice,
right? I just knew that you wanted the best for me because not everyone, not single family member has told me, hey, you need to fix your credit in order for you to get a property, right? My wife, unfortunately, we didn't know this, but we need a credit in order for us to get a property. Even then, we still live in a household where they're blind, and I'm trying to wake them up, right? Credit is power,
exactly.
and that's something that you know what it hit me, right? It hit me where you know what I was just eager on learning even more, right? I think what made me become more involved and I actually fell in love with credit was when I first learned how to do Experian. Once I first learned how to do Experian, I hit up Santiago, hey, I did this, I did that, and that's when he was like, man, I give you kudos for that. A lot of people pay for this information and they don't help out their own family members.
Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah. That's how I got started. So I started fixing my own credit. Then I did Experian hacks, all this. I did it my wife, I did everybody around me. And then I love this information. I love this so much. I was just so addicted to it. And I think you cannot teach passion. Okay. You can't teach that. You have to have it. So for
Correct.
everyone watching, sometimes you're like, oh, I want what Victor has. Victor and Santiago, they look like they just go to freaking car meetups and then all they're doing is just having fun. And no, no, it's everything is work. All right. Everything is work. We don't clock in, we're just on 24/7. Okay.
Exactly.
That's what it is. All right. And so Victor is on the mentorship. He's also a part of Latino Solutions. He has his own trade line business. It's called what's it called? Trade line business called?
Juarez Trade Lines, Juarez underscore Trade Lines. And that's for Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
Nice. RS_trade line. So he has his own trade line business. And also, what do you have that's on Amazon?
My book is available on Amazon if you type in Victor Juarez or Trade Lines Are Illegal.
Ooh, nice. Trade lines are illegal. Why'd you name it that? That's kind of.
That's a good question too. Um, the reason why I named it Trade Lines Are Illegal was because, to be honest with you, a lot of my family think that what I do is illegal. So that kind of triggered me to actually name it that way, right? Because they think that what I'm doing is a scam, and I'm gonna blur it out right now. A lot of people actually think that it's a scam. You adding someone as an authorized user is actually a gift because you're actually building their credit history and their credit limits, and potentially you could give them a credit boost, but that's a different topic because I don't want to bring anybody's hopes on you getting a credit boost because you never know. You could actually get 5 points to 20 points, but that's a different topic. I can't guarantee you anything,
Got it.
but
Now, do you have your book with you?
yes, I do. Let me
All right.
pull it out.
Yeah, yeah. Let's show real quick. Okay. So he's my mentee. Started his own business, Trade Lines, and came out with his own book. All right. Trade lines are illegal. Now, the reason I wanted him to push the book is because most people don't have their own product, right, Victor?
Correct.
They don't have their own product. Like Victor, tomorrow he can post up a stand and sell his book, right? Because he's good at sales now, right? He works for the team, Latino Solutions. He's a team member, he's a lead rep, and I'm proud to have him on the team. But this is only the beginning for Victor. Today, what did you do today? You called your old job and you told them,
Man, it was pretty nerve-wracking. So I had to give that call, right? Because I didn't see myself grow in that job. To be honest with you, I got promised I was gonna be a manager. I was gonna get transferred to Dallas to become a manager in Dallas for Blue Point Fasteners. I haven't shared that with anybody. What and then the year came and nothing. I was promised I was gonna be a lead. I was gonna be a supervision for handguns for because it was like power explosives for handguns for construction. You know, that made me realize like, hey, they're trying to put more responsibility on me, but they don't want to give me a better pay.
"Ooh, okay,
So honestly, I used to unload containers too. And one day I was actually unloading a container and I'm like, man, I'm gonna be 30 years old unloading a freaking container. That made me like realize like, damn, my knees are gonna be hurting, my back is gonna be hurting, and like I'm getting paid $17 an hour. That's not cool, man. Like all they care is about their product, but not the employee.
nice, okay." What was that's crazy. Yeah, 17 bucks an hour for busting your ass. And some of you guys that are on YouTube watching, he's talking directly to you guys. Okay, you guys might be 18, 19, 20 bucks an hour, but bro, we grind and we don't get paid what we're worth. Okay. Now, can
Exactly.
you share what was your aha moment on the trade lines? Like when was your first and I want to make this clear, guys. Victor post, he shows himself on the video. This is not your average mentee. All right. He literally is on there grinding 24. You know how they say you quit your 9 to 5? You're literally grinding 24/7. Yeah, it's on his own time, but he's grinding. Okay, you can't take that away from the guy. He's on lives, promoting his book, promoting his trade lines, giving you guys value. So if you go to his IG, Juarez_trade lines, give him a follow. Show some love. All right. Father, married, beautiful wife, 2 kids, right? And I know it's kind of emotional going into about your Able, right? You want to give people just a little bit, not you know what I mean? It's to think about, and that's I think most people need to hear that part because I think that's one of the main reasons why you're like, hey, I need to do better. So if you can talk about that
Yeah,
very,
man.
you know,
That
if
that
you
that's
can,
that's a good topic to talk about, right? Because you a lot of people have different motives, right? But my motivation was seeing my son in that NICU with tubes in his nose, his arms. Um, it looked like he even had a ankle monitor, like if he was in jail or some shit. Oh, sorry for cursing,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, but like that hit me, right? That was the cherry to the top where I needed to improve myself, right? So quick story, right? I went to his 420 credit meetup, so that made me have a different perspective in 420. Unfortunately, my dad did pass away on 420, but that just changed me to be the man that I am now, right? So that meetup happened, right? 2 days later, my son was born. So seeing that motivation was the moment that made me realize like I need to have my own business. I need to quit my 9 to 5. Um, and on top of that, I have my own book, right? Um, just like looking at him right now is just like, man, like he has progressed from the minute that he was born. I was the first one to see him, all bloody. Um, sorry for saying that, but it's reality, right? I first carried him. I was the first one to touch him. I was the first one to give him a kiss, everything. I was the first to everything. Unfortunately, my wife could not be the first one because she had a C-section. So seeing her in that bed, seeing him in the bed, and I was the only one standing up. I didn't want to sit down because Like how is it that they're laying down and I'm over here chilling? No, I didn't think that was fine. I needed to do something about it. So that made me break down to who I am. So everything that he told me to do, all these steps, go on. Should I share this? Go on Fiverr.
Go ahead, handle. Keep
I
it
went.
going.
I did well, everything that he told me. Go on Fiverr, and go on Canva. Go on make your profile more look professional, right? Which I did. Everything that he was telling me to do, because honestly, when you pay a mentor and he tells you what to do and you wait for a week, you're not gonna do it. I'm those type of persons that actually take action right away. So if he tells me, hey, you need to do it now, I do it right away. I
Nice.
don't wait 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I do it right away. So as soon as he told me, hey, you need to go on Fiverr, um, yes, it's all money, but I saw the return. I'm seeing the return already, right? So I updated my Instagram, I updated my YouTube, I updated my TikTok. Yes, those platforms are not paying me, but eventually they will, right? Because like like what I said in my book, right? I'm taking the L's right now, but in the future, the dubs are gonna feed my family.
Nice. And what people don't understand, like me and Victor, we're on this passive income game. We want to make more money passively. All right. So like right now, he can be on this YouTube video and put that book up, bro, because you're gonna get 50 to 100 sales just on this YouTube, guys. If you really rock with Econ Bulldog, support his book. Trade lines are illegal. We are giving away a trade line, sponsored by Latino Solutions, where you're gonna get a 20K trade line on your report just by buying his book. Just make sure you tag him, Juarez underscore trade lines, please. All right.
So we're actually 10 buyers away so we could do the wheel.
Nice. Okay, we're gonna get more than that though. All right, we're gonna get more than that. So, what was your another thing real quick? Because a lot of people don't want to leave their jobs. It's scary, right? It's scary because that's like a set income. All right. There's some people right here on IG. The book is called Trade Lines Are Illegal on Amazon. Type in Victor Juarez. The book is like $12, right, Victor?
12.95.
Yeah, 12.95. All right. So, another thing real quick. What was your aha moment when you're like you got your first trade line sale? And how much it was worth?
So it was actually I was laying down in bed and I have my phone on loud. So I received the call and he's like, "Hey man, I need a trade line ASAP." So that was one of the sales that I was like, "Damn, I could make money out on my bed." And I'm not I'm not trying to encourage anyone to do it, but hey, anything is possible. If I was laying down in my bed and I made money, anybody could do that.
Nice.
That was my aha moment where I was like, damn, I could actually make money laying down.
Or you be at dinner. Hey, let me take this call real quick. Hey, trade line. Okay, I got you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's the power of being a business owner, though, right? You always got to pick up that phone call. All right.
Yes.
So cool, Victor. I know we're gonna dive into another few things real quick. Um, Thank you for sharing a story, first of all. And one of the things that people probably don't know about me, I wasn't here for my son's birth. Did you know that?
Wait, could you see that again?
I
Oh, you
wasn't.
weren't here. You weren't here for your son's birth, right?
Yeah, I
You were in the
wasn't.
Marines.
Yeah, I was in Iraq. So I came back when he was 3 months. Okay. Um,
Man,
and
that's something to that's another motivation for yourself because that sucks because you wished you would have been here.
yeah, I wish I would have been here. That it still hurts me when he turns. His birthday comes. I get emotional because obviously I couldn't control that. I was out there serving in the Marines, but things happen for a reason. It made me more um grind more because I knew I wasn't here for his birth, so I want to make an impact on him. All right. So now moving forward, what do you think has been the okay, so we got the aha moment with you making your first money in your bed, right? What about going to these like motivational seminars. Has it helped you? Do you like it?
Man, to be honest with you, I did not know anything about sales, right? But Santiago pushed me, and I'm thankful for Santiago, right? Because if it wasn't, but it's also my part too, right? Because if I would have said no, then that disconnection would between me and Santiago would have been never how it is now, right? Because you can't always be a yes man or a no man, right? You have to be in between, but you should know when someone's actually offering you in the hand to take action, right? So, um, I was talking to my wife. I'm like, man, he's actually doing all this for me, and she's like, don't say no, say yes. And that's when everything has changed ever since I said yes to the first Daniel G sales meeting. That's when everything has popped out for me, right? Learning how to do sales. Why is important to know about sales, right? Because for example, if you go to T-Mobile and you meet someone for a sales representative in T-Mobile and they don't know what to do and you could have potentially switched your game to their game, right? Because let's say they're offering you this iPhone for 400, you could actually drop it down to 300 because you know sales.
Yeah, true. I mean, sales is you can never go broke when you know sales, right? But at the
Yes,
same time, are you selling something that people want and people need? And we all know people need credit repair. All
yes,
right.
definitely.
So what I do want to take the time and share a few things real quick. Um, I do want to share, watch this real quick, guys. So, Victor, did you know anything about SKOOL before I launched it, or you had no idea?
Um, I don't know if you guys know Nico Hernandez. He did have school before, but unfortunately, I was not engaged in his program. But look, Santiago made his own school. I'm fully engaged because now I know the power of credit and everything that he actually drops in his school is basically all the knowledge I already know. But it's not something that I can revisit, right? Because the more you revisit something, the some like that one miss that missing piece that you didn't catch on to the first time, you'll catch it on again.
Nice, nice. Okay, cool. So let me give you guys a real quick breakthrough on SKOOL. So if you go here, Econ Bulldog Gems, this tells you everything. Remove late payments, remove inquiries, 9 things to never put on a credit application, Experian collection removal. Like these are all the hacks, how to get into Navy Federal. All this, if you go to Classroom, watch this video first, okay? And then watch everything else. After you do all that, then come in the community and ask questions. All right. What I like about this, there's a leaderboard. Okay. The leaderboard tells you who's the most engaged. So Oscar and Mauricio, they're fighting for that first position. All right. What I'm giving away for the first position, the first month, I'm giving away a MacBook. All right.
Sheesh, who
Okay.
doesn't want a MacBook?
And sometimes you have to reinvest into your business and what you're growing. I'm already seeing the vision where we're gonna have 2,000 plus members. Okay, right now we're at 45, 46, but we're gonna hit 2,000. If you want to be a part of the growth, comment the word SKOOL, SKOOL, and let's get in the building. All right. Every month, I'm gonna pay someone's rent. I'm gonna give away something. I can give away my mentorship. Also, I can give away 20K trade lines. There's so many things that we can give back to the people in SKOOL. All right. How you get up the leaderboard, you just reply to comments, you send GIFs, you hit likes, you just are engaged in the community. All right. And I'm going to show you right now. This is how I know. Leaderboard 7 day. All right. Shout out to Jay Mauricio. You're number one right now. Crushing it. And Oscar. And then Christopher Hernandez, third place, but like halfway. Okay. This is how we're going to pick the winner. Every month, leaderboard 30 day. What that says, the day I started, and then 30 days later. Okay. Like people don't realize this. The first 2 months, I might not even make money, but people can't process that. They want to make money. Oh, I have to be making money. No, you have to provide value. That's what you need to provide. right? Do I have to do a giveaway? I mean, I don't have to, but I want to, right? Because that computer that I give whoever the number one person is going to change the way they see things. It can make them money. You see what I mean? If you're trying to get the computer, get in school. SKOOL, right? And then the next month, hey, how much is your rent? Hey, my rent's $2,000. All right, here you go, bro. And if I can meet with you guys, like if I can fly to you, I will, because that's the power of school. You guys invest in me, I invest in you guys back. Okay? So if you're not in school, the link will be in the bottom. Comment the word school. Get this link. And guys, just start your journey. The least they'll call you $24. If you don't like what or you don't like the information, you can cancel anytime. All right, you can cancel anytime. My dog is, but yeah, guys. Another thing I wanted to share. Okay, I have a software. Okay, my software can only be accessed through school. Right, my software can only be accessed through school. All right, Latino Pro. I'm gonna be doing so much content regarding Latino Pro. It's crazy. All right, guys. Real quick, Victor, is there anything you want to leave somebody, like if you can give them some motivation? Because some people sometimes they don't believe, and you know you've been inspiring people just with your journey. I know it's only been a 2-month journey, guys. I don't want to tell you guys, hey, it's gonna happen the same thing for you as it did for Victor, but Victor in those 2 months probably put in 6 months of work. Let's be real,
Yes,
okay?
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I just want to share, look, everybody has a different perspective in life. It does not matter if you just had a newborn. If you have something that's affecting you, do it as a positive, right? Switch it up, because potentially you could become your own business partner or a business owner, right? Because look, what I did was I took the risk, right? Because I knew that if I didn't take this risk, my 2 kids, my wife, we're not gonna be in a better situation. And my wife was just talking to me 2 days ago, asking me like, "Hey, you don't even have to check your bank account for us to even go to a restaurant." And that's the moment where I was like, "Wow, that hit me. It hit me."
That's what's up. That's what's up. And bigger blessings to come, bro. We just getting warmed up. Right? We just getting warmed up. Shout out to your wife and your kids. Thank you, obviously, for believing in me, Latino Solutions, and I'm glad that you're a part of it. And looking forward to what's to come. Just to share with you guys, we are gonna do a meetup at the end of August. I'm gonna put the date, but I already put it out there. End of August, we're doing an in-person meetup. It's gonna be in Ontario. All right, in-person meetup in Ontario. You can meet Victor there. He will promote his trade line business. I'm telling you right there. He's in the Navy Fed class video. All right. If you need a trade line, you should be going to Juarez Trade Lines. He keeps you updated. He promotes it fast. He gets it on there. He adds your credit card on there. All right. So real quick, if they come from the channel and they mention Econ Bulldog, can you give them like a little 20% discount or something on the trade line? Is that fair?
Of course, of course. As long as you mention Econ Bulldog or Latino Solutions, you're gonna get right.
Okay. Cool, cool.
Also, with that being said, with that meetup that we're gonna have, I'll be promoting my book there, and I'll have merch, and also we'll have Latinos merch as well. So we could all look
It's
out for each other.
it's about Latinos supporting Latinos, right? That's the real message that we're trying to portray. Too many Latinos hate on Latinos, right? Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna put so and so on because he's gonna take my followers. No, that's not the case, right? Victor invested in me, so I want to make sure he gets a 10x on his investment. All right, 10x on his investment, straight up. All right, that's the goal of a true mentor. Okay, you have to put in the work to see the benefits. But Victor, thank you for your time again. Appreciate you. And let's get this bag together, all right, guys? And oh yeah, we want to talk about one more thing real quick. So that's my merch right there. That's Richie Rich T. What he's holding is an American Express card. In the back, can you show him what's in the back?
Yes, definitely. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can see. Could you guys see?
Oh no, there you go, right there. Credit tax, and then on the bottom it says 0,000. All right, because technically, if you know how to use credit, you don't get taxed to use that money as long as you pay it right back. Ultimately, let's stay winning, guys. Comment the word school, SKOOL. I want to see more winners. Let's get this school to at least 100 by Wednesday. I'm sorry, by Friday this week. Appreciate you, Victor, and let's stay winning. All right, guys?